Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. Topic on the ConverseAI by Gupshup, which is the next big thing for marketers, ads that click to WhatsApp. So what we'll do today during the webinar is that we'll be having some sessions by subject matter experts and also be putting up some audience poll questions. Please do participate in that. And below on the panel, you'll see this Q&A button. So you can post your questions to us there. And somebody from our team through the webinar and post the webinar would be happy to take your answers live. And if you have any questions specific for the panelists who are going to be speaking, just write their name, who you want to address it to, and we'll ensure that they are the ones answering your respective questions. So we want to keep it more interactive. And so do participate in. So hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to ConverseAI. Today, we're going to be talking about something which is very close to my heart. As a marketer myself, what I've seen is for decades, we've always talked about, marketing be like a funnel, be it either the AIDA model in which the awareness is a really big funnel. And then, the ones who come to action is a very small number. Or if you look at the tofu to mofu to bofu funnel. So everything is like a diminishing funnel. And as an advertiser myself, today we're super kicked to bring to you the next big thing for marketers, which are ads that click to WhatsApp. So what ads that click to WhatsApp do really, as the name suggests, is leverages WhatsApp as a landing page. But instead of me talking about it, I would actually want somebody from Meta itself to come in and present. So we're just waiting for Rutuja to join in. But before that, I just wanted to give a quick intro of what Gupshup is, what we're doing with Meta, and then take it further from there. So just a second. So Gupshup is the world's #1 conversational engagement platform for marketing, commerce, and support automation. We're also one of the biggest BSPs of WhatsApp globally. And what we're launching this month and today specifically is a very new product which Meta has launched. And we're one of the few BSPs to bring that that entire funnel from how you can bring your customers from Facebook ads and Instagram ads directly into a conversation on WhatsApp, all with the intention of increasing your ROI, increasing your conversions, and increasing your brand loyalty. So this is something that we're launching today with Meta. And we have with us, just a second, I'm just checking if Rutuja has joined in or not. Give me just a second. Okay, until she joins in, I'll just quickly give an overview of what all we have in store. Apart from the first session with Meta itself, we also have a fireside chat wherein we're going to be having Shantanu from the brand Noise in conversation with Muiwa from the agency Publicis from Africa, talking about how the entire conversation between brand owners, agencies, and ROI is changing in the digital world. And post that, we'll also have a session from Gaurav, who is the Chief Product Officer at Gupshup, talking about how ads that click to WhatsApp are the next big thing and how they can become 10x better with conversational two-way chatbots on top of them. And while the Q&A session is there for the end, please feel free to post in your questions. We'll try to answer them live as we go and take up some towards the end as well. So great. We also have Rutuja here on the call. So just to quickly introduce our next our speaker, we have Rutuja, who's a strategic partner manager at Meta. She leads partnerships for WhatsApp, and she's focusing a lot on the monetization strategy for ads that click to WhatsApp. And she's been at the company Meta for about 5 years, wherein she previously was working on something really cool. Do you all remember the shop icon on a lot of Instagram handles? So she was actually working on growing that. But prior to Meta, she's also worked in the payments space at PayU and Citrus Pay. So welcome to the ConverseAI event, Rutuja. And we would love to hear from you. What is ads that click to WhatsApp? Yeah, all yours, Rutuja. Welcome.
Awesome. Thanks, Vartika. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much, firstly, for taking the time out on a Tuesday afternoon to come and listen to us. Before I jump into the whole session, which is ads that click to WhatsApp and the whole acquisition piece on WhatsApp, right? I just wanted to give a quick introduction about myself. Like Vartika said, I'm Rutuja. I've been with Meta for about 5 years. Now kind of focusing predominantly on WhatsApp. Like we say here at Meta, right, India runs on WhatsApp. Almost like 500 million users within the country use WhatsApp on a day-to-day basis. A lot of users, a lot of businesses kind of, thrive on WhatsApp. And hence it's an app which is very dear to us. The way we're looking at WhatsApp, as a vision for the company is how can businesses do their end-to-end journey within this particular single app, right? So far, we've seen like how you must have talked to businesses on WhatsApp, but I wanted to kind of spend some time on if you as a business wanted to really unlock your presence on WhatsApp, open up acquisition, how can you leverage a new product, which we call here as ads that click to WhatsApp. So let's jump into the topic at hand today, which is ads that click to WhatsApp, right? So I have a few slides. So I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes to kind of walk you through what exactly is this product? Why have we been talking about it? Why have we been drumming the beat about it? What's so special about it? And why, if you as a business, if have never tried ads that click to WhatsApp, you should like go back today or like, tomorrow and like try running these from your ads manager itself. So before we jump into what are ads that click to WhatsApp, let me spend some time on our beloved WhatsApp platform, right? Why do customers love WhatsApp to communicate with businesses? Because it's one-on-one, right? So it's like exactly like talking to like a family member or a friend on a one-on-one basis. Customers love doing that. Second, it's conversational. So it's just like having a conversation with a friend or like, someone so WhatsApp allows you to talk to that particular business, just like, having a conversation with somebody at a retail store. C, it's asynchronous, which is you don't have to kind of respond to the business in the moment then and there, like you would have to do it if you were on a phone call. Nor are you left to like on hold if you are on one of those telecallers, right? So neither of that happens and you can respond to that particular business in your own time. And that's the power of asynchronicity. And lastly, it's a platform that we all love, right? 2 billion users worldwide use WhatsApp on a day-to-day basis to talk with their friends and family and businesses. So what's better than to be on a platform where all the consumers are already present? Now the WhatsApp ecosystem as such, right? What we know so far is there are 3 platforms. The first one is the consumer app. This is pretty much the app that all of you currently on the call have on your phones. It's the same app that you use to talk to your friends, to your work colleagues, to your family, to anyone else as well. So this is the most downloaded app in the WhatsApp ecosystem. Second is the small business app or the WhatsApp business app. This is easily available on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store. And this is meant for small businesses who want to talk to their customers on a day-to-day basis, share catalog, and just kind of manage, conversations with their users in a little more like organized fashion. So that's the small business app. And then lastly is the WhatsApp business platform. This is for businesses, small, medium, large, who basically want to use WhatsApp to talk to their customers at scale. The way you kind of, work with the WhatsApp business platform is via the WhatsApp business API, which partners such as Gupshup help you set up with. And then you can really do like magic with the WhatsApp API, right? You can build out like journeys, you can build out like entire bot flows, do payments, all of those integrations just using a business provider such as Gupshup. So now coming on to conversations on WhatsApp, right? The way we look at it is there are 2 ways in which conversations happen on WhatsApp. One is a user-initiated conversation, and the second is the business-initiated conversation. What exactly is a user-initiated conversation? Simply put, it's when a user reaches out to a business and starts the particular conversation. So for example, I as a user want to kind of reach out to a certain business. Let's say I had booked a flight ticket from maybe a travel platform, and I wanted to understand, oh, what is the refund policy? Or if I wanted to change my tickets, these are certain things for which I would reach out to that particular business. So anytime I as a user reach out to a business, it gets slotted as a user-initiated conversation. The second side is a business-initiated conversation. It's when a business proactively reaches out to you as a user. You must have received some of these, messages in the past on WhatsApp from variety of businesses, right? These could be like transactional in nature. So for example, you've completed a transaction and the transaction receipt is what you receive on WhatsApp from the business. Or let's say a reminder of a particular payment is what you receive from the business, or multiple other things, that a business would want to kind of, reach out to their user for. These are particularly prized on the WhatsApp Business API in a 24-hour conversation session. And if you work with Gupshup or, are aware of the API, you would know how, the entire business-initiated conversations is structured. Going to spend a couple of minutes on the different kinds of user-initiated and business-initiated conversations, right? So for example, let's say you as a business are a retail or an e-commerce platform. What are some of the reasons you would reach out to the business for? For example, a refund or a return request, or maybe a billing or product service inquiry, or an order update or a change in order, or just to understand, okay, I have placed an order, where exactly is my, delivery? Is it reaching? Is it not? Let's say if you're reaching out to a telco business, maybe you use a Jio or an Airtel or a Vodafone, and then you want to maybe upgrade your plan or downgrade your plan, or just kind of want to know more about plans, is when you as a user would reach out to the business. Coming to financial services, I think this is a very sensitive industry, right? Where users would like to kind of reach out to that particular financial service business in case, they have lost their credit card, or the credit card's been stolen, or they are keen to know what their loan balance is, or just like things such as credit limit or statement request, etc. Next, coming on to business-initiated conversations, right? What are some examples for when a business would reach out to you as a consumer? Again, let's say if we're taking an example of a retail or an e-commerce platform, they would reach out to let you know about a product which was out of stock and is back in stock. Or maybe you added a particular product to the cart and then kind of left it. So maybe an abandoned cart notification is when a business would reach out to you. Or just to let you know about certain relevant offers or new product launches for which, the business would want you to know, so that you get reminded if you wanted to particularly buy that product. Coming on to telco, again, similarly, letting you know about relevant offers, upcoming plan renewals. FinServes, again, about relevant offers, or even recommending new products that particular business would have launched, right? So these are like certain examples when a user would proactively reach out to a business, and certain examples where a business would reach out to, a user. Now, what exactly are ads that click to WhatsApp? We slot them into, a vertical where if you as a business wanted to really drive user-initiated conversations at scale, this is the product for you. Now, how does a user reach out to a business on WhatsApp, right? There are multiple ways for a user like me to reach out to a business. Maybe let's say I'm browsing that particular website's, particular business's website. Maybe on the contact us page, there is a small WhatsApp icon, and next to that, there is a particular number. So I can feed that number into my phone and reach out to that business on WhatsApp. Maybe I have that particular business product in my hand, and there is a QR code which takes me directly into the WhatsApp presence of that particular business, right? So I scan the QR code and kind of start conversation with the business. Or let's say I am on their Instagram page, and the Instagram profile of that particular business has a small WhatsApp BAMI number. So I can click on that and enter into the WhatsApp chat with that particular business as well. And similarly, any other chat plugins, which is on the official homepage of that particular website, things like that. However, ads that click to WhatsApp is the most scalable way for multiple users to start conversations with you. Now, to kind of tell you what exactly are ads that click to WhatsApp, right? Simply put, these are ads that show up on multiple surfaces across Facebook and Instagram, just like any other ad. So you might see a particular ad on your Facebook feed. You might see this particular ad on your Instagram feed or on Instagram stories. This ad might also be visible to you on an Instagram reel, Facebook marketplace, things like that. The only difference is when you click on this particular ad, instead of getting redirected to a website or the app of the business, which is what the standard flow is, you get directed into the WhatsApp chat of that particular business. So it's basically clicking on a particular ad, but getting redirected into the WhatsApp channel. And that's what an ad that clicks to WhatsApp is primarily built on. How do you kind of leverage ads that click to WhatsApp? It's pretty much exactly the same as any other ad that you as a business would run from your Facebook ads manager, right? You can use the same optimization, the same targeting, and the same, tools that you would use to kind of run any other ad format, such as a dynamic ad or a video ad or a carousel ad. So for example, you could use the same reach that you would use for any other ad, things like location, age, gender, custom lookalike audiences. You can leverage these for click to WhatsApp ads as well. You can have various formats for click to WhatsApp ads. It could be an image ad, a video ad, or a carousel ad where you can really carouse through multiple, pictures, of that particular product. And lastly, you can really optimize this ad for multiple, conversions, right? So it can either be you want to drive more conversations out of the click to WhatsApp ad, or you want to drive more conversions out of this click to WhatsApp ad. You can optimize it basis whatever your end goal is as a marketer. Quickly running you through a flow of a particular click to WhatsApp ad, what we always recommend is whenever you as a business run a click to WhatsApp ad, always get opt-in for future engagement on WhatsApp for that particular user. So for example, let's say a user sees your ad on Facebook or an Instagram surface, clicks on that particular ad, make sure that you also take, opt-in from that particular user to reach out to them on later via a notification or a QBM or like a business initiated conversation later on. So now spending time on what are the reasons you would want to run a click to WhatsApp ad for, right? So now, so far what we have noticed on WhatsApp is if you as a business have a presence on WhatsApp, maybe you already use the WhatsApp business API, you already use Gupshup's platform to kind of, build out beautiful journeys and send across notifications such as marketing notifications or offers or, any other kind of notifications. But I think one thing that has always not been available to business is to drive new user acquisition on WhatsApp. This particular ad unit basically opens up that upper funnel for you. So far, if you had like, the mid and, down funnel via notifications on WhatsApp, click to WhatsApp ads really opens up the upper funnel for you. So the first main use case that we say that you can use, to drive via click to WhatsApp ads is to bring new potential customers into WhatsApp. So, you can do the same ad targeting on Facebook and Instagram for your certain target audience that you would like to bring in and kind of, get them into your entire WhatsApp channel. Secondly, there are already some existing customers that are sitting in your CRM, right? But you want to retarget them or bring them into your WhatsApp journey. Two ways to do that. One is use the custom lookalike audiences to run, particular campaigns for them on Facebook and Instagram so that they enter your WhatsApp channel as well. And then use business initiated messaging to retarget them or re-engage them so that, you can ensure that end-to-end journey happens within the WhatsApp ecosystem itself. And lastly, to, basically drive engagement with your audience, you can kind of do that via business initiated conversations. So what we say is use click to WhatsApp ads and business initiated messaging together to like really ensure, maximum ROI of your WhatsApp channel presence. So quickly running through the next few slides. Like this is an example journey of exactly what I mentioned in the last particular slide, right? Let's say you want to drive your end-to-end journey on WhatsApp as a business. Let's say it starts with a click to WhatsApp ad that a user sees on their Facebook or Instagram app, clicks on it, enters into that particular WhatsApp conversation. Let's say it's about a particular product that the business is selling. So starts talking with the particular bot on WhatsApp. The user wants more information on that particular product. So the user gets sent across to a live agent so that they can actually talk to that particular live agent and understand more details about the product before they buy in. The user ends up buying that particular product. And then that's when the business sends across an order confirmation message saying that your order has been placed. A couple of days later, the business sends across a shipment notification once the order has been ready to be shipped. Once the shipment is already delivered, a week later, the business sends across a customer satisfaction, message to kind of, ask them, okay, how was their experience of buying, on WhatsApp? And about, let's say, a week or 2 weeks later, sends across a re-engagement notification, basically to cross-sell or upsell a particular product. So this is how we envision that end-to-end journey for a business on WhatsApp itself, which is acquisition, consideration, and re-engagement all within the same platform. Now coming to like a couple of examples of like what are the use cases that you can really drive on WhatsApp using click to WhatsApp ads. Pretty much any use case that you can think of can be done on WhatsApp. But I'm going to highlight the three main use cases that are relevant to most businesses, that currently have a online presence. So firstly, generating leads, right? Any business wants new leads for that particular product or service that they are selling. So click to WhatsApp ad is a great ad product to kind of really generate net new leads. Here's an example of a financial service company that is using click to WhatsApp ads to generate leads. So if you see over here, it's basically a platform that kind of sells mutual funds or something like that, a financial product which is running a click to WhatsApp ad. User clicks on that particular product, particular ad gets enters into the WhatsApp channel, talks with the particular live agent, asks a couple of questions, and then the particular product or the service that the business is selling is recommended, and details are captured of that particular user. So this is a way a lead can be really generated within the WhatsApp platform. Second, coming to driving sales, right? Any retail or a e-commerce business would love to kind of drive sales after the ad itself. So this is an example. If you are a retail or a commerce business, how can you actually drive purchases within the WhatsApp presence? So let's say the user sees this particular ad, clicks on it. It's maybe an apparel product, clicks on that particular ad, chats with a particular bot, understands what the product is, clicks on the catalog, adds the catalog to the particular cart, and then ends into actually completing the purchase within the WhatsApp thread itself. So again, an example of a retail brand, how can they actually drive purchases on WhatsApp? And lastly is building loyalty, right? Like how do you kind of again build loyal customers on WhatsApp? An example of an automotive brand that is using click to WhatsApp ads to actually kind of drive lead generation as well as loyalty via the whole WhatsApp presence. So these were just a couple of examples that I wanted to share. But if you as a business want to think about other avenues as use cases or ways you would like to leverage the WhatsApp platform, feel free to be very creative with this. With the power of ads as well as the WhatsApp API, you can really build out as many use cases or journeys that you can think about. Now coming on to measurement, right? And I want to spend a couple of minutes over here. So one thing about click to WhatsApp ads is as a marketeer, as a business, you would always want to measure how your ad has performed, right? What is the ROI of the money that you have spent in running a particular ad? Now, in the case of click to WhatsApp ads, because the user clicks on the ad and gets rerouted to the WhatsApp presence, the data that you see on the Facebook Ads Manager is a couple of metrics only. Things such as number of impressions, number of clicks, and conversations started. Those are only the couple of metrics that are visible on the Ads Manager. Whatever that happens within the WhatsApp ecosystem is not visible to Meta, primarily because WhatsApp is an encrypted platform. And we do not have visibility into that particular ecosystem. Having said that, if you as a business are using a business provider, let's say like a Gupshup, to power your WhatsApp presence with an API, they can really help you analyze, the kind of conversations that are happening within the WhatsApp ecosystem, and really help you garner data and information on how a user has interacted with your product or with your presence on WhatsApp, and what is the ROI that you are seeing via, the particular journeys that you have built. Gupshup has built out like a beautiful dashboard and a beautiful end-to-end journey for you to really, crunch some of the numbers data to understand, what is the ROI of your click to WhatsApp ads. I know they are going to be taking you through their entire end-to-end click to WhatsApp, product later in the session. So I will kind of urge you to like work with them and look through like, the beautiful product that they've built out, where you as a business, if you're running lead generation ads or, any particular, commerce ads, you can really use their dashboard to analyze how your ads have been performing. Now, as I wrap up my session, I just wanted to leave you with a couple of best practices. If you want to really go and try click to WhatsApp ads later today or, later sometime, always set up, your chat attribution, work with your business provider, work with, if you use Gupshup or any other business provider to help you measure conversations that are happening via click to WhatsApp ads. So really make sure that, you're measuring your ad performance as well. Second, make sure that your bot journey is set up so that whenever your user clicks on the ad and enters into your WhatsApp ecosystem, he has something to kind of interact with or to kind of work with, so that he can really understand what particular product that he wants to like buy or just kind of, interact with. And lastly, make sure you have some icebreakers that are set up to set context for your particular business as the user starts interacting with your WhatsApp presence. Make sure the bot journey that you're building is engaging. Avoid long text, irrelevant questions, and use API features such as buttons, list messages, multi-product messages to make this entire experience really engaging. Have a live agent or like an actual customer service person wherever necessary. If you figure out that the user is asking much more complicated questions or, in-depth questions that the bot is not able to answer. And lastly, make sure you're also opting in for user engagement, for further engagement with the user if you are keen to send them, business initiated messages after the particular conversation. So the winning combination of making sure your click to WhatsApp ad performs beautifully is to have an engaging ad creative so that the user knows why is he clicking on the ad. Having a very relevant icebreaker when he enters into the WhatsApp conversation so that he has enough context about why he is in the WhatsApp ecosystem. And last, building out a really intuitive bot journey so that the user engages and completes, completes the transaction, or there is a conversion within the WhatsApp ecosystem itself. And lastly, make sure that you're using messages objectives so that you also see conversions happening within the WhatsApp ecosystem itself. Make sure you're also leveraging your business provider such as Gupshup so that you can keep re-engaging that particular user that has entered into your WhatsApp presence via click to WhatsApp ads. So with that, I wanted to take a pause and wrap up my session. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Vartika, I don't know if you're pausing for questions right now or later. but I'm happy to answer any questions that the team might have as well.
There are so many questions, Rutuja, and this is really exciting. Given that it's a new product, I think it would be a negative sign if there were no questions. But some that probably I would like you to answer live are there any industries that are not allowed to use ads that click to WhatsApp? Because there were some restrictions earlier on which industries can use WhatsApp as a business platform. Any answers there, Rutuja?
Yeah, so basically, when it comes to ads that click to WhatsApp, right? The community guidelines that we at Meta have for ads as a particular product. So let be it, any kind of ad, right? Be it a dynamic ad, a video ad, a click to WhatsApp ad. The same guidelines would follow for, click to WhatsApp ads as well. So for example, let's say if you are maybe, a particularly a product which is maybe, let's say, not is not allowed for business within the particular country, that particular product will not be able to run ads, and as well as have the presence on WhatsApp. So what I would urge you to do is to go to Facebook ads and just kind of read through some of those ads guidelines that we have for businesses. And if your business does not fall in that, then you can run click to WhatsApp ads as well.
Great. And also, Rutuja, the early days for launching C2WA, but have you seen any comparisons or benchmarks about, how this is better than the traditional web journey or form?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, right? And I'll answer it in two parts. You're right, it's a fairly new ad product, and we at Meta are very, very bullish about it. We've been promoting it. We've been really urging brands to try it. So if I have to really draw parallels on what the ROAS would be, unfortunately, I do not have the correct answer. Having said that, I'll also share a couple of verticals and use cases where we're seeing click to WhatsApp ads perform way better than website conversions ads, right? So if you as a business run a lot of lead generation ads, right? So you do a lot of lead generation via your general ads. Click to WhatsApp ads has been giving way better ROI and way better leads for certain businesses. And I'll call out some of the verticals where it is also performing beautifully, right? So for example, an edtech vertical or a professional services or a real estate, auto, FinServe. These are some of the verticals where lead generation on click to WhatsApp ad is working great. For retail and commerce clients, where there is a lot of, let's say consideration or assisted commerce that happens, again, the click to WhatsApp ad is kind of working really well versus a website on an app conversion. So just wanted to share a couple of examples where we are seeing some green shoots, even though it's a fairly new product.
Thanks for sharing the insights, Rutuja. And I think what we can tell to the audience here is, why don't you try it out? Help us also figure out the benchmarks. If you're spending, $100, we would love for you to come and experiment. What happens if you divert $20 of that onto a WhatsApp bot? And I think we'll figure out the answer together. Thank you so much for that enlightening session, Rutuja, not just talking about ads that click to WhatsApp, but also talking about the best practices. And definitely we'll share the recording with all of the attendees here. And in time, we'll also be answering all of these questions that you've posted for Rutuja. So thank you so much for your time, Rutuja, and your participation, team. And for everybody else, we have more stuff coming on. What Rutuja was just mentioning right now is, try it out, experience it. And while this is not really an ad, we just wanted to show you how your experience, if you would have clicked on an ad, would be. So if everybody is here sitting with their phones, I urge you to just open your QR code scanner, scan this so that you know how the journey could be. It could be, a flow in which you could send a PDF. It could be a flow from an ad on Instagram where I can show a longer video, let's say a video ad of 1 minute or 2 minutes. So there are a lot of possibilities here. So this is just a small experience created for you. So take a few seconds, scan this QR code. So while you're all scanning this and really digging into the ebook that we have in store for you there, what I want to do next is invite two panelists who actually have been, part of Gupshup's ecosystem have been playing with ads that click to WhatsApp, have been building intelligent conversational AI bots on top of it. And in today's panel discussion, Nisha, we can move to the next slide. And in today's discussion, what we're going to talk about is, how AI and digital transformation is having an impact on marketers. Just last year in November, we saw the launch of ChatGPT. And I won't be kidding if some parts of this deck, this presentation, I haven't used with generative AI. But beyond that as well, there's a lot of impact that we are seeing coming in change over the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. And I wanted to invite two experts. I have with us today Shantanu, who's the Associate Director Marketing at Noise. Noise as a brand has been quite pioneering in the segment itself. And they've also been one of the early movers when it comes to leveraging as a click to WhatsApp or even some new age tech that is actually helping them transform their customer experience. And we also have with us today Muiwa, who is joining us from Africa, and he heads digital and media strategy at Publicis. And what Muiwa has been involved with is also enabling a lot of brands, FMCG brands like Leslie, like Baby and Me, and so many more brands to actually move towards digital transformation. And we've got both these speakers who don't just, have some insights on the topic, but also have a skin in the game. So welcome to the panel, both of you. Muiwa, do we have you around? Yes.
Hi, Vartika. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So hey guys, hi everyone. Yeah.
Hey, Nisha will just stop sharing the screen. Perfect. So great to meet you both. I think both of you, given our time zone differences, didn't get a chance to catch up. So Shantanu meet Muiwa, Muiwa meet Shantanu. And
hey, Shantanu.
So we have a lot of other marketers with us. So this is one of those panel discussions in which about 80-85% of the attendees are digital marketers, CMOs, and brand heads. And I was just seeing the list, and I see a lot of people who have joined us from India, Africa, some bit from Singapore, and also Middle East. So, while we talk about, Muiwa, who represents Publicis in Africa, and Shantanu, who represents Noise in India, while we talk about these two regions, I would say that a lot of digital first behavior of markets and customers are very similar. So while we talk about these two markets, we will try and talk about the larger trends that we are seeing in the market. And with that, I have some questions. So the first one I have for you, Shantanu. So what I would like to ask you is that given Noise is in such a cutting edge space and industry, I wanted to understand what have been some of the digital transformation initiatives that you've taken up in the organization, and how is it changing the face of marketing within your org?
Okay, that's a very interesting and also difficult question, because we've been transforming and seeing this changes almost every year. And now it has come out to be every 6 months you have something new coming in. Definitely, we don't jump onto every tech which is coming. Whatever tech is meeting our objective is something which we are definitely adopting. Some of the best decisions which we have made till now and have been really successful. I would like to talk something very outside of this space. What we are talking today is something like influencer marketing also. How we use the AI tools all across the influencer marketing. Finding out the right influencers, especially creating the list on the basis of the kind of target audience which we wanted to meet. And then also what is the kind of objective which we wanted to run. Is this influencer best for the awareness, or is this influencer best for the engagement? And such transformation has helped us in a lot of cost effectiveness also. That's one of the key factor. Being bootstrapped, I can really vouch for it. That's one of the key areas which we always try to do. Whatever new tech comes, we try to see how it effectiveness and efficiencies that can build into the system. And similarly, automations has been a really new and very interesting journey for us now. It's been almost 8 years in this industry and 4 years with 5 years with our the new Avatar Noise Point 1.0, which is purely on the smartwatches in the audio segment. We've been leading in this space, and some of the key things which we realized that out of this data in itself, that what are the automations journeys which you can create, and a lot of personalizations which you can create out of this automation journey is really helping us a lot. I would say one of them very interesting could be yes, we everyone does PDP drops, cart abandon drops, and anything, but something which we also do is how do I upgrade my existing users to the next level? Because smartwatch is one of the industry you have a 6 month, 7 month cycles where all the smartwatch gets upgraded. So very different use cases, and that's what we're trying to do with this whole digital transformation which has happened, helping us a lot. I think there are a lot more to learn right now. I see a lot more smaller brands doing much more activity than any of the bigger brands right now because they're in that phase where they try to hack a lot of stuff. So I really follow them, and I think there are a lot more to learn right now in this industry. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Shantanu. So what we hear from you is that there are a lot of things that as a marketing team that you're doing, you try to automate it, see if there are any efficiencies, and also think in a more agile fashion rather than looking for inspiration to big companies. You're looking at, hey, what are some of the bootstrap startups doing, and what could Noise or other brands draw from that. So thank you for that insight. And with that, I come to Muiwa. Muiwa, you deal with all things big brands. And when people talk about transformation, digital transformation, they somehow don't really have a view of Africa being really a major player in the transformation. So what are your thoughts of what kind of digital transformation is happening in Africa, especially for marketers? Any brand examples or thoughts you could give there would be really insightful.
Thanks for that question. And you're totally right. The world sees Africa as perhaps we're backward, we're not in tune with innovation and technology. But that's not the case. I think on the contrary, Africa is actually leading the cutting edge when it comes to technology. Some of the brightest minds and innovations have come out of Africa. And that's also, we've seen how that implies and cascades to every touch of life. I think from a marketing perspective, we have to understand and go back to the fundamentals that in digital transformation, from a marketing point of view, we're looking at the 4 Ps, right? We're looking at the products, we're looking at the place, we're looking at price, we're looking at promotions. And what technology has helped us to do is to modify and perhaps improve the processes and how we do our marketing. From back in the day where a number of industries have actually adopted transformation at different paces. And if you look at Africa as a whole, the most disrupted industry is the financial services, specifically the banking industry, right? Back in the day, you'd have to walk into a banking hall to fill a form before you could open an account. But that process has changed now. You can literally go on a website or even go on WhatsApp and send your information that is validated. You scan your document that is validated, and you have an account open within a 24-hour period. So all of that is happening, and is happening at scale in Africa across all the countries. We've seen mobile money come into that play. Now you can just do your transactions, even interactive, not just high ticket items, but mundane items like your Maggie cubes and stuff like that. You could pay with your mobile money. So digital transformation is really at the front and center of the average African, and is very present in our daily lives. But you may say that, okay, banking and financial services are more technological savvy. They need that innovation. But we've seen that also come across and come alive within spaces like FMCG, consumer packaged goods. We've also seen that even in fashion and entertainment. So it's just understanding that, look, it's about how we use technology to drive the process around the 4 Ps of marketing. And now you could literally open a store online and reach beyond your local environment to customers that are beyond you, using platforms, using social commerce, and of course, looking at the financial part of it, the commerce part of it. How do I get paid? There are technology in place now that you can actually pay for those services or products using digital products, using technology. So it is widespread. It is actually growing at a fast pace, and the fundamentals and infrastructures are being supported both from a private sector as well as the public sector. If you look at the market, the size of the market, I cover Central and West Africa region, and it is over 500 million people, right? About 550 million people, right? That's huge. And Nigeria alone is about 215 million people. If we look at internet penetration in those markets, Nigeria is about 53% internet penetration. Ghana has the highest, it's about 64%. And mobile penetration at itself is over 100%, meaning that at least one person in that country has a mobile phone. So the opportunities are great. I think what we should be saying is the potential for growth in Africa, and SIWA specifically, where I have purview, is huge. You have the most potential for acceleration, for digital transformation in Africa versus the rest of the world. And that's what the conversation really should be about. The opportunities are there. The products are being evolved. The products are being tweaked to meet customer demand. And the feedback is being gotten in a seamless and integrated manner across both online and online touch points. We're also seeing that the price sensitivities are being adhered to. Difference in currencies is no longer a challenge. We're seeing solutions that help us pay cross-border with platforms like Visa, right? And of course, place and promotions. You can literally market your product across international borders and also get the products down to the end users.
Awesome.
So I hope that answers your question.
It does. And thank you for giving that wider view on not just transformation, but what really is happening in the market. What is the support from government, infrastructure, and private companies as well? I think we at India saw a similar thing happen around some years back, maybe 5, 7, 8 years back. Today, everybody has an app to pay, which directly connects to the bank. You really don't have to carry cash around. And it's not just about the tier 1 countries, cities that I'm talking about. It's everywhere. So Shantanu, question to you there, like what Muiwa is talking about, like as brands, as agencies, we are ready with our great transformation plan. Our government is ready. We've made payment possible. What do you think is happening at the customer end? So when you launch certain digital transformation initiatives, do you think that the customers are appreciating it? They're engaging with it, which as much fervor as you all. What are your thoughts there?
I think that is there. That is definitely there. They do engage, but from a brand side, somebody need to really realize something key. These customer journeys are non-linear, right? You basically need to have a touch point all across in a similar fashion, a similar effectiveness, a similar experience on all the touch points, whether it is simply your social media, whether it is your chatbots, whether it's your own website, or even a click to WhatsApp, what we are trying to build on, So this personalization or this experience need to be on a similar way all across. And the engagement definitely works really well because you never know, one customer might engaging with you in 2-3 ways, in a similar passion. So this is very much required. The second part, which I would like to talk about, the personalization, which we're really keeping an eye on now, and we're still learning in this phase. We're doing a lot of testing. What I was talking about, the upgraders part, in that the personalization plays a really vital role. You know, being when you have a smartwatch app, you have a lot of learnings also. What are the activities they are actually doing? You get to know more insights. You really work on that accuracy all across. Like if I tell you a very interesting fact about a smartwatch, like which is the most used feature in India from a smartwatch point of view, it's it's not walking or it's not any sports activity. Just guess.
I don't know, checking the heart rate.
Okay, it's basically sleep monitoring.
Oh, wow.
So, so I mean, so see, these insights, right? All across, you need that personalization in your further communication. You basically create such cohorts further, and then that's what we're building on. There's still a lot of learning and testing. We have not yet open ourselves in terms of selling them too much. We are really working on the engagement side first, and then we'll try to transform them. And can you would you like to upgrade more? Would you like to have something more apart from the smartwatches ecosystem, which we're trying to build on? So a lot of cross sells and upsells which we're building on. I can't disclose much about it, but you will see soon within 2 months or something new which we are coming up with, and we are really excited for that. So I think yeah. So
Paying
this
customers,
engagement, yeah, gives you a lot of insights all across.
right?
It has to be seamless. It has to be similar pattern. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Thanks for that, Shantanu. So, we were from your experience, these large FMCG brand. I know we both work together on a lot of digital transformation for Nestle, Maggie. What is your view there? What, the brand is kicked about it, the agency is kicked about it, Gupshup obviously is. What do you think is happening at, the customer end? And is the customer really engaging more on channels like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp? What's your read and view there, Muiwa?
Yes, I think over the years, if you look at how consumers have behaved over time, the behavior has evolved over the years, over the decades, and we are seeing a more empowered consumer today. We're seeing a consumer that knows what they want, they know the power they have, they know that they have the power of choice, and they demand a lot more from their brands. Beyond the quality of the products, now we're looking at what causes, what values does the brand have, what causes are they supporting, what's their position when it comes to sustainability, what's the position when it comes to equal opportunity. It's beyond all of that. And so the consumer is a lot more invested in making that decision to purchase. And particularly in our industry, we need to be in touch with the consumer. We need to understand the consumer beyond their shopping behavior, right? We need to understand their interests. We need to understand what they value. And so data and analytics, and as we were talking earlier, looking at the consumer journey starts to make a lot more sense from a fast-moving consumer brand like Nestle. So you need to have a lot more data points, and you need to be able to have that one-to-one interaction with the audience. And so there's a lot more focus on personalization and conversation. I think we've moved away from, we used to talk about push marketing. So a brand has one message and just blasts it to audience and without segmentation and all that. And we moved over to pull marketing, where we say we wanted to have inbound marketing, and we wanted to have inbound, we wanted to attract the audience. But I think we've moved a step further today. It has moved into conversation. Now brands should and desire to have conversations with the audience. And because that conversation may change over time. This year, I may be a single young man working. In the next year, I may be married. In 3 years, I may have a kid and I have a family. And my needs, my wants, my desires will change over time. So brands need to have that constant communication and conversation with the audience. So it's one-to-one, and they can feel the pulse and changes in the audience, and they can adapt, change their offerings as they evolve and they grow. So it's really, really sacrosanct. It's really, really big. And working with partners like Gupshup, making that happen on a channel that's really is first adoption for Africans. If you look at the first app any African would download once they get a feature of smartphone, it is WhatsApp, and it just makes it so easy for us. And it's a partnership that works.
Great. Thank you so much for that view again. And I love your t-shirt. I think it's very planned because it keeps evolving. It's like the space of digital transformation. So
Absolutely.
yeah, great. So it was really nice having your thoughts, Muiva and Shantanu. We're a little bit short on time. And of course, we'd love to carry on our discussion perhaps in another webinar or one-to-one. So thank you so much for being here. And we will now move to our next section. And if you have any questions for Muiva or Shantanu, please drop it here. Yeah. Any words from both of you?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Vartika. Thank you, Mova. And I must tell you, like, my father works in Nigeria, so I know the patterns are almost same. So that's
Fantastic.
yeah. So super. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
Thanks both.
Thank you so much. Great to connect. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. So not too different, right? India, Africa, Nigeria. And at Gupshup, we have, customers in more than 180 plus countries. So we see these trends pretty much be matching across all the digital first markets. So with that, it's time for an audience poll. And right after that, we will get very much deep into what all is happening in the Gupshup platform, how we are leveraging as a click to WhatsApp and enable two-way conversations on top of that, for which we'll have our Chief Product Officer, Gaurav, take the session. So how about we just put the poll up here now? Awesome. So this is pretty much from what we've been talking about in the start, which ad platforms enable ads that click to WhatsApp? And it's a single choice. Is it Google search, LinkedIn, or Facebook and Instagram? Put in your answers to the poll and quizzes. And until then, I wanted to know, Gaurav, are you ready?
Thanks, Vartika. Just making sure you can see the screen. So I know we're a little short on time, so we'll move fast. Just by way of introduction, I'm Chief Product Officer at Gupshup. Prior to Gupshup, I've spent 2 decades working at some of the global product companies. So I'm super excited to share some of the best practices and learnings that we have in terms of how we enable marketers to take advantage of click to WhatsApp products. As I get into that, I just wanted to talk about a few themes as we are seeing across the board in the industry, right? One, we are all aware, rise of conversational marketing. I think Vartika talked about it, how, and Rutuja also mentioned, where the future is, you look at 2 billion users worldwide, India getting from, 500 million to 600 million users, Instagram also. So I think these are natural places for businesses to engage, and that opens up a whole new opportunity. The second thing to keep in mind is the rise of generative AI and large language models. Essentially, what that means for this topic is that language has been solved. So in terms of, supporting multiple languages, spoken language, written language, ability to understand, respond, we've reached a whole new level. And suddenly that inflection point is, as you're all aware, with the adoption of ChatGPT going in just a couple of months, 100 million plus users, that's unprecedented. It's all word of mouth. And that kind of brings us to where we are. We are at a momentous time in our life where we are seeing inflection points go from like offline to web. Probably a decade back, everybody was talking about mobile first. Now we are entering an era which is conversation first. You want the customers to be in any channel they are. There's a part of your brand should be represented, and customers should find it accessible, and they should be able to engage with your brand in any language, whether it's spoken or written, 24/7, instant, personalized, 95% read rate, and engagement rates that you don't see when you use channels like email or SMS alone and others, right? These are really conversational channels. So what do conversational channels, how do we leverage them? So at Gupshup, we look at enabling conversational engagement across the life cycle. So we're talking about marketing, commerce, support, the full journey. Obviously, you start by acquiring users to click to chat ads, but then, as Rutuja mentioned, we engage them through personalized messaging. We give them frictionless ways to do commerce within the chat medium itself. And then finally, post-purchase, support them in a always-on, supportive, empathetic manner, and kind of bring your digital transformation to full life. So that brings us to the first part of the journey, which is click to WhatsApp ad. From a social ad, you jump directly into WhatsApp experience, and that's something that we talked about is the topic of today. Now, I also wanted to talk about is a compare and contrast. In an online world, you typically direct users to a form. There's a drop off. You may be lucky if certain percentage of people fill in all the necessary information, and then you may, even if they fill in information, you'll try to reach out over email. Depending upon your specific industry, there might be different click-through rates. But now compare that to click to WhatsApp ads, where you direct users into WhatsApp experience. First of all, 100% of the users, you get opportunity to take opt-in, and you get their mobile numbers once they engage and give you the opt-in, right? Imagine the amount of engagement power you have. You also get 72 hours of free engagement from the Meta's platform, which essentially means that you can send business messaging to them to engage personalized nudges without incurring any extra cost. And as you know, with WhatsApp channel, you have astronomical click-through rates, and I think that combination makes it a very powerful funnel. And I think why we are excited about this new product across lead gen, high, in consideration interest categories, real estate, fintech, edtech, and other segments. So when you look at it, it does require a lot of facilitation throughout the journey. So the number one, ads that click from the social channels, they have to land on a bot. So Gupshup will make sure that you can create a bot journey very easily, quickly. We'll show how you do that. And then if a user drops off in the journey, you have proactive messaging because you already have your mobile number in a first-party database. You can also, if you have a quick commerce category, retail, you can actually direct users directly into your commerce catalog and then try to complete the transaction. That's step number 4. And in some categories, you might want to capture the lead and make sure that the agents call the users back. And that's why we have an integrated flow with our live agent assist. So the leads can be accessed from there, and the agents can interact. So you see that it requires a very thoughtful handling of the journey, and we have architected our solution to automate all these steps. Sometimes we find customers saying, hey, I have already enabled CTWA and it didn't work for us. And I think what we want to highlight today is that what we provide is full funnel insights to make sure that you can optimize this. And the reason the reason why it might not have worked for you in the past is that you've not automated all the steps that are retargeting mechanisms, making sure that you give them all the opportunities to convert once they click on that. The first part of the value prop, as I talked about, is new customer acquisition. So far, all the journeys you have on WhatsApp are about engaging opted-in customers. This is about acquiring new customers and building your first-party database. That is so powerful. And so once you acquire, you have a ability to engage, re-engage those customers through WhatsApp journeys. We call the marketing journeys, give more information about the products. You can also drive them into your commerce experience. So you can actually have the full catalog there of your products and services that users can interact, and you can actually support payments right within the WhatsApp channel. And then finally, once the user has converted, you have the ability to do post-order experiences. Again, this is in a different language, but essentially supporting the customer with all the queries that might happen. I wanted to give you examples of some of the advertisement. This one is auto company where they're using click to WhatsApp to acquire new prospects for test drive, buying or borrowing the vehicle. So again, that's a very good example of lead gen oriented business where you want to capture, bring people to your store and drive your business. Fintech is another great use case. There's a customer of ours using it to drive lead gen for personal loans, and they're an aggregator, and they capture leads and provide products from different banks. So that's seeing a lot of value. And those were WhatsApp examples, but Instagram also has a click to direct offering where you can actually drive engagement. This is a great liquor brand, Dutch liquor brand, where they ran ad campaigns to ask users for input on flavors, and they captured the feedback and rewarded. So again, a great way to engage your customers as well. So with that, I'll give you a little bit about the Gupshup platform. There are 3 layers to it. The bottom one is we support all the channels, as you saw, conversational channels, 20 plus, 30 plus channels worldwide. On top of that, we provide you ways to create the bot journeys in a drag and drop fashion. We also have an Autobot builder where you can create those journeys automatically using ChatGPT, OpenAI technology. And then you can engage them using, your campaign manager, and also assist them using agents. So that's the full product. This is our AI-powered engagement platform. An example of how you create a journey is in a very simple drag and drop fashion, where you come in and you can define your journeys very quickly and launch them. So, literally, you can create simple journeys in a session. So maybe in an hour or so, or you can also start with the pre-created templatized journeys. So you just go in and lead gen or support or, different categories and select the journey, and it's a pre-built journey, and you just make some edits and it's ready to go. Right. So this is a fintech journey, for example. You can create others as well. So making it very easy to connect a bot journey to enable your click-to campaigns. We also recently were the first to launch an enterprise-grade generative AI product where you can provide information like FAQs and documentation, knowledge base, and we literally in minutes digest that information and create a bot that's multilingual, and you can interact with it, ask any questions like the way you do with ChatGPT. And that's something that we offer as a service as well. So once you create those bots and as leads start coming in, you want to use a campaign manager where you can create targeted and personalized lists that you can send. Maybe the customer is in a different stage of the funnel in your journey, and you want to send different messages, maybe nudges at different points. So we provide you this tool to send messaging campaigns. You can also automate them. And also you want to have a singular view of customer 360. So we capture this information based on what transactions they've done. So you can see it from one view inside our product. And lastly, if you have agents who are calling customers to convert, which is very common in lead gen business, we have an integrated agent dashboard across all the channels so they can respond to the queries. So essentially, we in our product can make it very simple for you to manage your click to WhatsApp campaigns with ads, bot journeys, remarketing, all coming together. And then what you really care about is the metrics. You want to see how many people are clicking, where is the drop off in the bot journey, how many people are coming back when you send WhatsApp reminders. We provide the full end-to-end analytics. And that's something that Rutuja has talked about. We've been working with Meta platforms, and we have integrated deeply to make sure that you have an end-to-end view into your campaign. What's your cost per acquisition of a mobile number? What's your cost of acquisition per qualified lead? All those metrics are available out of the box immediately in real time after you start your campaign. So imagine the power of optimizing. Now you can go and optimize your bot journey, you can optimize your campaigns, you can optimize your ads, and actually drive up the ROI. And that's what, as you all know, as marketers, that's the real heart of it, optimizing campaigns. And we enable you to do that. So with that, I think I'll also, final thought here is at Gupshup, we are, really embracing AI, and we have our own internal LLM models we're building. And so what we see is the future of ads, where you literally connect your account with Gupshup, and it automatically pulls the ads that are running in your campaign manager. And then it can automatically create a bot journey. So without any manual effort, it creates a bot journey. and then you can go ahead and edit it and change, but it has taken the inputs from your existing ad URL, the imagery, the text, and it gives you a quick starting point. So literally in 3-4 clicks, you can go live. So those are things that we're working on to enable for you. Super excited for you to test out our products, give feedback, and launch your test campaigns. Reach out to our team and see how it works. And we're happy to kind of take you on your journey. So with that, thank you for listening, and hoping you found this valuable. We'll open up a Q&A. Back over to you, Vartika.
Hey, thanks for that, Gaurav. So it's not just ads that click to WhatsApp, but pretty much a builder which can figure out what is really missing in your current landing page. How can it become conversational and make it too? So we were talking about Maggie a couple of minutes back. So it's like 2 minutes to your 10x better ad campaign then. So thanks for those insights, Gaurav. We have some questions from the audience. One question that people are asking is that why is it only for Facebook and WhatsApp, and when is it coming to search? Would you want to answer that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, this one is, today's topic is focused on, click to WhatsApp, click to Instagram, click to Messenger, but there is a parallel effort on click to on the Google search product that we are also working on early stages. We'll set up a session there as well and educate everybody in terms of what is possible. But definitely that's an effort, especially focused on shopping commerce and shopping search category. So we will bring that information to you. And if you're interested, please reach out and we're ready to help.
Awesome. Gaurav, there's one more. So I think Naveen, you're also there. There's one question that's come from Gautam. He's asking, how do I pass the conversion pixels to Facebook as the conversation is within WhatsApp and not the website? So any insights here, Gaurav, on what you're talking about, the deep dashboard, that could be helpful?
Absolutely. So I think a big part of our partnership with Meta is that as you come in through the bot journey, you don't have the pixel the way you have on your online world. So we have integrated with the Meta's ad platform where we can pass that equivalent of pixel, which we call a conversion event, through APIs to Meta, so they can optimize the ads and give you the more optimal conversion rate. So we have already built that integration, and those are things that we can enable for your campaigns.
Awesome. I think a lot of the answers have been already answered, but Gaurav, from your view, this was something that 2-3 people have asked. How are click to WhatsApp ads going to be better than the traditional ones that go on a landing page? So while these are still early days, Gaurav, why do you think it'll be better, and in which scenarios could it be better?
Absolutely. I think the first benefit is that you're reducing all the drop-offs and the leaks that you have in an online funnel. The moment you click, you get the mobile number information of the user, and that gives you the opportunity to engage with them, because if you do it right with the opt-in, that's a big kind of difference. The second is that you get the engagement package from Meta, 72 hours, you can engage. Maybe you send a very personalized nudge after the user drops off. And that's something that is very high conversion, high intent. We have seen upwards of 50% conversion for a targeted WhatsApp notifications. So that's very powerful, as you all know. I think we've looked at categories, right? Where there are high consideration categories, there are lead gen categories where if your ticket sizes are big, I think you typically want to make sure that you have more qualified processes for capturing those leads and having your re-engagement campaign, whether it's automated or through agents, convert them. So I think, as we heard earlier also, whether it's lead gen categories in fintech, property, real estate, service-oriented, professional services, B2B, are really, ripe for transformation. Retail consumer is also important because now you can bring the commerce also inside WhatsApp. And with that, you've suddenly, improved the efficiency of your funnel, because you can provide a very personalized, if you're a store and you know that the user is interested in electronics, you can have a very targeted catalog for them to convert. So I think it's essentially the personalization capabilities, having the very high intent and ability to re-engage and remarket using on the mobile phone on a channel that has 90% plus read rate. It's an awesome combination. And that's why I would encourage you guys, don't get disheartened if you just ran one campaign and you felt like the conversion API or the conversion wasn't at par. Work with experts like us to kind of tell you which part of the funnel you could optimize to actually see that. And if you can get a 20-30% ROI on your online ads, that's going to be massive for your CAC and LTV equation.
Absolutely. Good. So I think all of your marketers must be at least spending some dollars on Facebook or Instagram, and would urge you to give this a shot, and so that we can build a case study together, see what's working, not working. And we also have a team of consultants who are also working very deeply on figuring out, hey, does the promotion work better or does personalization work better? So we'd love to dive into all of this with you. And thank you so much for being a part of this session, making it super engaging. And we look forward to working with you. If you want to reach out to us, just drop in an email to engage@gupshup.io. And me along with our team would be happy to take it further. So thank you so much to all the audience who have been pretty much here from the start to end. Thanks for your patience. I hope this was insightful. And until later, thanks for tuning in to ConverseAI by Gupshup. Look forward to another time, another topic. Until then, have a good evening, good day. See you all.